What's up, guys? Today is Friday the 13th, Friday, January 13th of 2017. And guess what? I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My friend Amber is in Fargo, North Dakota. And she's on, if you can see both of us on the screen, which I hope I'm recording right now, and I hope you can. We are trying to make a video for our challenge group. Typical fashion, I couldn't get my audio to work, so I had to play around. That's why I have to wear these right now. Couldn't figure it out. And Amber, we were about to record, and she's like, you know what, I have to go put my daughter down for a nap. So that's what you hear. She doesn't even know I'm recording yet, but this is real life. And we decided today, we were picking whether we were going to wear nicer clothes. Like you don't see me in a button-down shirt very often, and Amber dresses up, or we were going to wear workout clothes. So today we chose to dress it up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer. And so when she gets back for her nap, we're going to talk a little bit, and she's going to tell a little bit about her story. I'm going to ask her some questions, but for the purpose of the people in the challenge group, I'm going to go through some announcements. Oh, look, she's coming back. There she is. Maybe. I think she just muted herself. All right, so she's putting her one daughter down for a nap, and when she gets back, we'll talk about her family. All right, so the topics we're assigned to talk about today are Shakeology and the Beachbody Performance line. And if you've been paying attention, you know that Amber and I just did 30 days. Hi, Amber.
Hello.
So I decided that I was going to start recording while you were gone to show people what real life is like at your house. And I told them we decided to dress up a little bit today. And
Fancy.
yes, and usually in the middle of the day, we're not dressed like this. And maybe we're working out together. And by together, I mean you in North Dakota and me in Pittsburgh. And I was just going to go through the announcements that I had in the group, but since you're back and since it's a little bit peaceful for you, we'll change the order and we'll talk to you first. So first of all, for anybody that's wondering, because you're seeing us tagging us in posts, Amber has a beautiful husband, 4 beautiful children. She lives in North Dakota, in Fargo, and I'm in Pittsburgh, and we're friends. And we're workout buddies. We're accountability partners. She keeps me on my toes. I try to do the same for her. And we're just going to talk about how that went. And then we'll get into the Shakeology and performance line stuff later. And so, Amber, how do we know each other?
Well, back in April, I started talking to Tiffany Lyseth, who is my third cousin's wife. Never met her, haven't seen Sean, her husband, for many, many years. Talked to her for a while, and she got me set up on Beachbody, got me going on the shakes, and I started with 22-minute hard corps and loved the program. Did that for a while, tried another program because I got sick of that one. Bounced around with a few different things.
Time out for 1 second. How did you even know that Tiffany was involved with any of this stuff?
I saw her posting on Facebook about it. Saw
how
much she liked it and how much weight she had lost after her baby. And I just really needed to get into fitness and get myself going.
Okay, so for those who don't know your story or about your family, you shared with me one time that the order you guys in your family sort of did things in. And I don't know if you're willing to share that, or we can leave it at that, but we can talk about your kids for a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah. I had my first daughter when I was 20. And I met John 3 years after I had her.
And her name's Peyton.
Yep, Peyton. Mm-hmm. She's 9.
And she's at school right now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
We were together for a few years, and then I got pregnant with Jackson. So when I was pregnant, we moved in together and into an apartment.
And Jackson's 5 now.
Yep, Jackson's 5. And then, oh man, 2 years later, I was pregnant with Chloe, who was 3. And we decided we needed a bigger house. Obviously, we were going to have 3 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment, and it just wouldn't work out. So we finally bought our house. And then I got pregnant with Harper. And then a couple months after I had Harper, we finally got married. So we kind of did everything backwards than the normal way of things.
Yes, definitely non-traditional,
Yeah.
but still super fun, and it's real life. And I love that you're willing to share that. So she has 4 children, Peyton, Jackson, Chloe, I don't want to mess up the order, and Harper. And some of them are home with her right now. Peyton's at school. Is Jackson home, or is Jackson?
What?
Jackson home too, or is Jackson at
Yep.
like, okay.
No, Jackson's home.
So 3 of them home with her every day while Peyton's at school. And so as you can imagine, Amber, as you can see, Amber has a lot of distractions. So let's fast forward to this last month, the December program that we did together. So talk a little bit about that. What happened in November when you tried to start and I tried to start? Go ahead.
After, it was right around Thanksgiving when I started the Court of Force program. Didn't last very long, maybe got like a week into it, and just crazy life started. I put it on the back burner, maybe did 1 or 2 workouts here and there. And then me and Scott started talking, and both of us have never finished a complete program and put all of our heart and soul into it with the nutrition and working out every day, following the calendar. So we decided to get together and just really push each other through it. I definitely know that I probably wouldn't have stayed with it and did the whole program and watched what I ate, and if Scott wasn't there. I mean, I sent him a picture every single day for 30 days of a sweaty selfie. Would text him and say, hey, I'm going to work out now. Let's work out together. And most of the time we could fit it in where we did it at the same time. And that was a lot of fun. It kept me on point, and
Well,
we
hello.
had fun with it. It was fun to have someone there doing what you're doing, knowing what you're going through.
And she's too kind, because there were not a lot of days when we did it at the same time. She'd get it done. She'd send me a picture. She'd be like, where are you at, bro? Where's your workout? Where's your picture? And it would be hours later, and I'd finally get to it. Sometimes at like 11:30 p.m., which is not the best thing, but she's right. And if she would not have kept on me, I would have just let one day go by and not do it. And I'd be like, you know what? No one's going to know. Doesn't matter. And when we started with a bigger group of coaches in early to mid-November, right when the program was released. I was traveling, and I was in Houston and then in Baton Rouge and New Orleans for 10 days, or maybe, I guess, 9 days. I was trying to do it on the road, and I did good. And then I'm going to just be honest, Bourbon Street got the best of me, and I could not. I stopped. And then once I stopped one day, then the next day it was just so. Amber and I, like she said, that I came home from that trip on the Monday before Thanksgiving. We went through Thanksgiving, and I think we started talking really seriously about our goals on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, or maybe Black Friday around that time. And we were both mad. We were both like, everybody else is 2 weeks in now, and we quit already, and we're coaches. And so that happens. And then we both, she was like, well, I want to do it. And I was like, well, I want to do it. And we just decided to do it together and keep each other. And it's kind of just like me and Amber in December, because the rest of the group finished 2 weeks ahead of us. So we had to go through Christmas, and we had to do it, and she had to do it on Christmas Eve, and I had to do it on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day. I'll tell them a little bit about what we did to get through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Well, I told Scott that Christmas is so hard for me. We make so many cookies and goodies and things we usually don't have during the year unless it's Christmas time. So we decided that if we were tempted by anything, we would take a picture or a snap and send to each other to get that reinforcement, like, hey, we're almost done with the program. You want your nutrition on point, stay away. And Scott's exact words to me were just run. And I did. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I don't need it. I'm good. Just don't eat it. So I just kind of walked away, which helped a lot, having someone else tell you, like, hey, don't do it.
Yeah, when you're staring like eye to eye with that cookie, and it's just that moment of truth. And if you're by yourself, the cookie, at least for me, the cookie used to win. And so if I could grab my phone and text Amber and not have the cookie in my hand, have my phone in my hand and kind of turn my back or get out of the room or get, that was very important. And I think it's important right now to talk about, like, the cookie tastes good. Everybody understands that. We're used to it. We were trained by it. We were rewarded as children by sugar, basically. It was reinforced for years and years. If you're good, you can have this snack. Or if you win the Little League game, we'll go get ice cream after, in the summertime. And it's hard to break that. It's like ingrained in us. And so you have to take your focus on something else good that you're going to get by not eating the cookie. A lot of people just focus on they're missing out or they're losing out on the taste of the cookie, and then they're sad and depressed because they don't get the cookie. If you can get your mind on to, like, how you're going to feel in a month or in 2 months, if your clothes fit better, and if you're at the beach or if you're at the community pool and you just, if you're a guy, you're going to take your shirt off. If you're a girl, you're going to be in your bikini. Or you're going to wear a 2-piece this time instead of, being in a 1-piece, like maybe that's been going on. Everybody's at a different level. There are people that are just starting their fitness journey and watching this. There are people who are already kind of fit. There's all of us in between. And I just want to get across to all of you, no matter where you're at, is that we have several people that are in your boat. So Amber's boat is she's home and is very, very busy with her kids. She's usually not dressed like this in the middle of the day. We dress special just for you guys today. And I promise you, and Amber hasn't agreed to this yet, I promise you we will make one more video. Our day in the group is Fridays. So we're gonna do a different video. Now Amber hasn't agreed to any of this. We're gonna do a different video when we're sweaty or when we're smelly or when we're in workout clothes. Now I don't know if Amber will go like full nude, meaning no makeup, not nude.
I was like, no.
And maybe I'll even do it like fully nude with no clothes on, as long as I stay close enough so you can't see, like, after a certain point. No, just kidding. We won't be nude, but because we want to be real with you. And in that vein, I want to tell you, like, I tried last night to put some Just for Men in my beard. And I was like in a hurry. It was like 3:00 in the morning. So I didn't leave it in long enough before I showered. So it didn't quite catch. And I put some self tanner on because I knew I was going to be on this call and Amber was going to be like smoking hot. And I was like, so I need to step up my game a little bit. So
I am very pale though. I live in North Dakota.
Yes. And I'm very pale too. I live in Pittsburgh and it's not like sunshine and rainbows here in January either. Believe me. All right. Enough said about that. Well, do you have anything else you want to add with the?
I just really encourage anyone, no matter where you're at in your fitness journey, whether you're just starting or you're further in, find someone that you really connect with and stick with them. Push each other, get each other through things. I mean, meeting you was amazing. Like, I know I wouldn't have made it through the 30 days without you. And I'm probably gonna start crying, but you need that person to push you through it.
We made a promise not to do this. Well, if you guys can't tell, Amber's very special to me. I've never even met her in person. I've actually only really known her a little bit through Snapchat filters and through messages, and because we struggled through something together. And like every day I was like, this sucks. And like Joel and Jericho are yelling at us to like keep our core tight and fight for it. And I'm just like thinking like, I'm like, this sucks. I'm in my house by myself. And then I was like, halfway through, I started thinking like, well, wait, Amber's like here with me. Like she's not here in the room. And because she just did it, like she just did it 2 hours ago or 4 hours ago, or some days 10 hours before me. And some days we like tried to sync it and we did it at the same time. And I could like feel her doing it. I don't know if that sounds creepy or weird or anything. I hope not. But so we have a special bond now. Let's just leave it at that, I guess. Fair enough.
It's great though. Find someone that you can connect with. And I mean, it's so much fun even. Like the stupid things we talk about or snap or like it makes working out and the nutrition and everything fun and not like, oh, I'm dieting and I'm trying to lose weight. It's like, it's just part of my day. Like we're friends now. Like you said, we
Yes.
haven't even met, which it's just fun. It's exciting. You have someone new in your life that's doing the same thing as you are doing. It's just great.
And we're probably never going to meet. You know why? Because I'm not driving to North Dakota and Amber's never been on an airplane.
Right?
Like these are things I know about her. Here's something else I know about Amber. Do you know this about your closest friends? Here's something I know. I know that Amber's 6th favorite chocolate is chocolate cookies. I know her 5th favorite chocolate is Twix, and her 4th favorite is Kit Kats. I know what her 3rd favorite chocolate is. Anyone have a guess? I'll let you think for a second. Nope, it's Dove Dark. I know that her number 2 favorite chocolate of all time, you probably guessed this one. It's a city in the middle of Pennsylvania. Maybe when she comes to visit Sean and Tiff, we'll all go to the Hershey Chocolate Factory because that's her number 2 favorite, just regular, plain old Hershey. And guess what her number 1 all-time new in the last year since April favorite flavor of chocolate is, or favorite brand? I'll give you a hint. So anyway, I love like getting to know, I love that I've been able to get to know her a little bit and her family. I'm hoping to get to know her kids a little bit better, which usually I try and get her away from the kids and do her workout and like let her have like a mommy break in the day because I think that's healthy for her. So, and then she gets to go back to the kids. And sometimes in the middle of the workout, the kids are still there. And if you saw a couple of her videos she posted, if you don't know her, her name is Amber Honl, Honl. You can find her in my Facebook friends list if you're friends with me. And she has videos with her holding kids and like punching and kicking, like holding a kid with this hand, punching with that hand, kicking. It's just so inspiring to me. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add before? Because I keep babbling, but I have a lot more to say.
I think I'm good. I don't want to cry again, so we'll just move on.
All right. So moving on. So I want Amber next to think about or talk about, and we didn't really prep this other than like 1 minute before I hit the record button. So some of you have kids and you understand the situation. Maybe you thought you couldn't do it because you have 1 child or 2 children. Well, Amber's kicking butt with 4 kids at home, and she got really good results our first round, which, by the way, it was like through Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's when we did this. And when we graduated on December 28th, she didn't stop. She still did a workout December 29th, 30th. I didn't. I did none I stopped for 2 weeks. I got a little bit sick and a little bit more, to be honest, lazy. But she has not stopped since when we started. So she's really on like day, 40 something, 50 maybe?
46, 47,
Yeah.
I think.
So I quit and had to restart on Monday. So today will be my day 5 when we do MMA shred later today. 36-minute workout. Actually, that's I think my favorite. Do you know if I'm yeah, MMA shred's fun. Lots of side elbow, up elbow. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like a good one. But what I lost track. Oh, so she has some disadvantages though because she has distractions. She has to take her children places in the car, so she can't just do what she wants to do. Like, you may look at me and be like, well, Scott, you're like a single dude, you got no kids, you have no wife, you can do whatever you want whenever you want, so this is easy for you. Well, that's why we want to talk to people like Amber. But maybe you're thinking, well, Amber can be a coach because she's just at home. So she has time to like message people and, yes, she has kids. Oh, look. Hello there.
Say hi.
Hi,
Tell everybody your name.
What's your name?
Jackson.
Jackson, what's up? That's 5-year-old Jackson. A year from now, Jackson might not be able to be on the video. Where are you going to be in 1 year from now, Jackson? Do you know?
Oh, school.
You might be at school next year, but this year we get to visit on our video. I love it. There's people that you have to like use what you got going for you, and she has a lot going for her, so she's using that and she's making it work. We have other friends on our team who are working and that maybe they don't have children. They have to go to work. For some of our CPA and accountant friends, Liz and Danelle, have to go to work for 12 hours to 16 hours a day right now. And so they could use that as a negative. And from the coaching side, if you're a coach and you're wondering about the coaching aspect, maybe Amber's looking at them and saying, well, she sees people work every day, so she can talk to them about their goals, and that's easier for them. They're looking at Amber and saying, well, Amber's home all day, so she can message people. So if you're someone thinking about coaching, or I'm talking about you just on your personal fitness journey or later on down the road as a coach, all of us have something that we can use to help people. And if Amber focuses on, well, she doesn't get to see people all day because she has these 4 children she's taking care of, then Amber's not going to get very far in that. And if the people that are working all day are thinking, well, the other people have time because they're home all day, I don't know. I hope that made sense. But you got to, if you're like I used to be for 39 years in a negative mindset and you're thinking of all the things you don't have, you need to flip it. You need to be grateful, and you have some good things. And if you don't know what they are, get a hold of one of us or your coach in this group, and we will help you get you on the right track. All right. We got it. I don't know how much longer we have before we get cut off. What time is it right now? 12. So let's at least talk a little bit about the topic, which is Shakeology and the performance line. So do you want me to start with the performance line, or would you like to start with Shakeology?
I can start with Shakeology. I started it back in April. I've done a few different types of protein shakes and stuff, and I've never really either liked the taste or they've never done anything for me. I did my research for a while, watched a few people that were doing Shakeology, and finally when I started talking to Tiff, she just let me know about what it did for her and losing weight and helping her get those nutrients and vegetables and everything in. I wasn't a breakfast person, so when I started in the mornings just as my breakfast to get my metabolism going and get something in my stomach. I was instantly hooked. I loved it. I lost, I think, 10 pounds within the first 2 weeks that I started it. So that really got me hooked on it. I was like, okay, this stuff, it actually works. It's doing something for me. It's giving me energy. It's helping me get going in the morning because I have that nutrients in my system where I used to have nothing until I ate lunch.
Okay, I have to stop you because
Yep.
what you just said, I hope everybody's catching. So before, she had nothing in her system, nothing to fuel her body or her energy, and she had 10 pounds extra. She started drinking this thing in the morning, and what it's doing is it's coursing through her system and giving her vitamins and nutrients. So it's helping her digest. It's doing all these things. But, and I don't want to speak for her, but what it's also doing is giving her energy to get up and move and do some maybe more house cleaning. Yay, so exciting. Or better job with laundry and vacuuming and dusting and taking the kids and getting them dressed and cleaning up and whatever, doing dishes, like whatever she does. I don't know. I've never been over to Fargo, North Dakota. But so the weight loss part is partially because your body's getting something, your body's doing what it's supposed to, but it's also getting us moving. And when you're moving, you're going to be more fit. I'm sorry I interrupted. Continue.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, so that was like my first initial thing was the weight loss, the energy. I mean, I loved it. I was hooked. And then after a while, I started noticing like, I don't think I've broken out since I've started it, not once. And that's a big thing.
Say that again.
I don't think I've had a breakout, like acne, pimples.
Wait, say the second word, the what?
Breakout.
Oh, okay. Us that don't live in North Dakota, we sometimes can't understand what you're saying. Isn't that accent the cutest thing ever, guys? All right. So you haven't had a breakout. So your complexion has changed? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, big time. And the funny thing is, I've just noticed this recently, which I don't know if it's Shakeology doing it or just my body, but I used to have like a brown spot. You can probably kind of see it right here, but it has gotten so much lighter within the last like 5 or 6 months. Don't know if it's because of Shakeology. Don't think I'm saying that, but it's just something that I think about, that maybe it's helping with that too. So blemishes maybe. I just recently went and saw my hairstylist, and the last time I saw her was in October, I think, and she was amazed at how long my hair was already. My regrowth and my grays and everything. Like my hair was just longer, and she said it was super shiny and healthy. And I mean, I don't know. I know Shakeology is supposed to help with that kind of stuff, so I am crediting it to Shakeology. But it's just, it hasn't done anything but positive things for me since I started it. Like no negative side effects or anything. I love it. I will probably continue it for the rest of my life because it's just done wonderful things for me.
Gosh, I have so many things to say about that. So most people think at first they're doing it as a weight loss shake, and it does help us lose weight if we're overweight. But did you know people who are emaciated or maybe past bulimic, suffered from bulimia or anorexia? There are people that it puts weight on and it helps. It's a health shake. It's not really a weight loss product. Most of us are just overweight, so that's the first thing that happens. But as Amber said, and I have a huge testimonial. I won't get into all of mine today. We can save that for a different time. But Shakeology is the real deal. However, my first 3 or 4 or 5 regular chocolate shakes, I became extremely constipated. I didn't like how they tasted. I was doing it with like 12 ice cubes, water, and just shakes, and it turned into like a slushy, and it was like all icy, nasty, and it wasn't like mixing like a Wendy's Frosty. And I quit when I first did Shakeology, and I thought it was the biggest scam, like joke thing ever. And I think I did 3 shakes my first week. I put it away. And then I talked to my coach again. Her name is Cam, and she lives in Pittsburgh. And she's like, wait. You got to do it. Like, you got to like change how you're making it. You got to. So here's what I learned. I learned if I blend it, it blends it. It makes it better rather than a shaker cup. I love that I can just kind of do this deal though. I love that it's portable. I can just take it with me when I'm going to volleyball tournaments or in the car. I can just do water in this, shake it up, boom, pound it. Now it doesn't taste as good as if I blend it up and make it fancy with a banana or something. And so anyway, for those of you just starting shakes in the group, I just want to say this. If you add half a banana or a full banana or half of an avocado in a blender, it will make the consistency different. It'll make it smoother. If you put more ice, it will make it thicker. If you put no ice, it will be runny, and it'll be like Yoo-hoo or chocolate milk. And some days I do it runny. Today I blended it. It's a little bit thicker. I add all kind of stuff to it. I add berries some days. I'll add you. Okay, so if the flavor is, if you're a flavor person, which I've learned to not make flavor be the number one thing in my life, you can put some cinnamon in there. It completely changes what it tastes like. All the flavors. There's vanilla. Put vanilla with cinnamon. You start getting into snickerdoodle mode. And you want to have a snickerdoodle cookie? Do they have those in North Dakota?
Yes.
What snickerdoodles are? Okay, I don't know if those like a Eastern seaboard cookie flavor. But yeah, you can make a Reese cup by putting chocolate with some banana maybe and some PB2, which is a healthier version of peanut butter, a powdered peanut butter. We can tell you all kind of recipes. But anyway, the point is, if you hated it the first couple of days, my system was jolted and my system went and froze up. And my system, I mean my intestines. And I have a tiny lactose intolerance. So I was doing regular chocolate, which has whey protein, which is animal-based protein, and it tickles my belly a little bit. So at first, my system didn't know what all this health was, and your system gets a jolt, and it's going to happen if you haven't been eating healthy, especially. I switched. I think Amber also does vegan chocolate. Is that correct?
Yep.
I switched to vegan flavors mainly because they're a little bit easier on my digestive tract, and they have plant-based protein, so they have no dairy in the vegan products. Here we go, real life. I love this. This is like, it's almost
Don't
like
mind me.
we set them up. Wait, you're eating a candy bar?
No, it's for this one.
Do I have to delete this recording? Okay, all right. So I'm glad that just happened. But and I'm not, I don't want to call Amber. My resolution is to call Amber out. So Amber, I'm going to actually avoid what I was just about to say because I don't want to be mad at me. But Amber also told me, and she posted a snap of it on her Facebook last night, she bought baby spinach to try. She went, where did you go the other day for 2 hours for the first time in 10 years?
Oh, the dentist. The dreaded dentist.
And how long had it been?
Oh, I found out it's actually been 13 years since I got my teeth like cleaned and checked. But I was there 10 years ago because I chipped half of my front tooth off. So they filled that. But yeah, 13 years.
That's my dentist.
It'll be soon, okay?
Okay.
So Amber made a post the other day that also made me tear up. I'm going to tear up again. And she said, she tagged me in it. It's on my wall. It's on her wall. It's on her Coach Tips wall. She said that starting like this little health path last April has made her think about other things that she wants to be, it's your words are better. Go ahead.
Making one healthy choice, it just honestly starts like a chain reaction. Like I wash my makeup off at night, which I never really cared about before. Starting the dentist, like just eating healthier, getting my kids to eat healthier, minus that little bar that she just had. But yeah, it just gets you started thinking about, well, hey, I'm trying to get my health up, so I need to look at this part of it and this part of it, and you just start changing things. It's awesome.
So I don't mean to call Amber out, but I am going to call out every parent out there now. And I please listen, please take this with love. I didn't learn any of this till I was 38, 39, 40 years old, and I didn't start doing any of this. And Amber is like half that age right now. So it is said with love when I say this. When you start making healthy choices and realizing that you were rewarded with sugary things when you were a kid, I really want you to think about what you're doing for your children by feeding them things like cheese and sugar and ice cream. And so I'm not a parent, and I know people are going to be like, oh, here we go, this guy. And I know I give like parenting advice to my friends and then I run away. I'm like, try this and see. at least, please, let this be a seed planted. That little candy bar thing maybe happened for a reason right there. And I don't know, maybe that was a super healthy, we're just going to say that was like a health bar. I don't know. I have no idea what it was.
It's peanut butter.
Yes. But just really fair. I mean, I know you all love your kids more than anything. And to make up for that, I put this right here. See, this is a little while ago. Oh, I know there's like oh, look, it's Amber's reflection. Here, I don't know if you can even tell. Maybe anyway,
There you
that's
go.
me with some of my nieces and nephews. My sister has 3 boys, Zachary, Gregory, and Wesley. I love to death. They're all in there. My brother has 2 girls and a new boy. The new boy's not pictured, but Skylar's up top there. My niece Cadence. And then now they have a baby named Paxton. So I have 4 nephews and 2 nieces. And of course I care about my mom and my brother and sister and their spouses and my nieces and nephews more than anything in the world. And I just want all of us to get healthy and be healthy together so we can go do fun things for a long time. Okay. I guess I got to touch on the performance line. So performance line is, it came out, I was going to show you them, but they're in the kitchen and I'm like tethered to the computer now. So I'm not going to run and get them, but there's something called Energize, which is a pre-workout. It's just a powder you mix up with 4 to 8 ounces of water real quick, pound it down, get your workout in. It kind of gets me moving. There's probably 3 things that got me through Core de Force. And the number one thing is walking around her kitchen right now. The number one thing, oh, look, there we go. That's hydrate. That's for during the workout. So that's a single serve packet. It also comes in a tub. Look at you. I love that. So there's no doubt that like the number one reason I got through Core de Force is Amber Honl. And I can say that with 100% certainty. And then the reason I can prove this to you is I was a Beachbody coach for 55 months without Amber Honl in my life. As soon as I started messaging Amber Honl about her quitting, I changed and I got through a program. So she deserves the number one line on my list of things that got me through. The number 2 thing that got me through Core de Force for 30 days in a row is something called Energize, because I am used to laying around for days at a time. And I have a habit of, I like to sleep. I like to lay around. I'm lethargic. And the reason I became a Beachbody coach is because I was unhealthy and lazy. I mean, it's weird. People think you're supposed to be like fit. I wasn't fit. I needed to be fit. I felt like this would be a way to get paid to be fit. So I was like, hey, I like money. I put this here. I studied business. My degree is from the Pennsylvania State University. So I know a lot about business. That's what like my life was about. I saw a huge business opportunity because I know that Americans are unhealthy and there's always going to be a need for this field. I've seen so many of my friends become teachers and then lose their jobs or be in business and the company downsizes and they lose their jobs. So I chose this, like, it wasn't just like I just picked something out of a hat. I also tried other things and this thing so far is the best thing I've ever found. I'm going off on 15 tangents right now. The Energize was number 2. Amber was number 1. 3, and this is perfect timing. And I hope this doesn't cut off. Muscle soreness is my kryptonite. That's why I've quit every other time. So there's something called Recover, which is the 3rd thing in the Beachbody performance line. It's a powder. All of these are like a powder you put in water. You can shake them in the shaker cup or you can blend them. You can add a little bit of banana, whatever. Recover saved me. And it's like Amber's 1 and Energize is 1A and Recover is 1B, because that mitigated the damages to my muscles. I don't know if you know what that term means. It means it lessened the soreness. The soreness didn't completely go away, but it was way less than it was when I worked out prior to having this thing created. And the fourth one, which is one I'm just starting and I'm on day 2 of, is a nighty-night time thing called Recharge. Again, it's a powder, take it right before bed. So I've taken Recharge 2 nights in a row. I'm gonna be honest, last night I went to bed at 4:30 a.m. So I took Recharge like at 4:15 a.m., which is like 5 hours ago. And that's another thing I'm working on, is getting my sleep, going to bed at a normal person time and waking up at a normal person time, because that's been another habit. I've fixed a lot of things in my life. That's one that I have not got a grasp of yet. Okay, so I highly recommend, and Amber hasn't tried, or hasn't consistently at least tried, the performance line, right?
I've tried Energize once, I think, when Coach Liz was awesome and sent me, this is actually one of them, little packets for me to sample. I really liked it. I just haven't gotten into actually purchasing it yet, but yeah, it helped me. It gets you through the workout.
Mm-hmm. And you told me last night you're excited to try it soon. I remember
Yes.
you said
Yes.
that. So, and we'll see that gave me better results, because I was able to push a little bit harder in the workout, was able to recover a little bit quicker from the workout, and that made me do the workout a little bit better the next day. So,
Yeah.
And these products with Beachbody are certified, NSF certified, National Sports Foundation or Federation. They're certified for sport. So they're professional teams now. Beachbody really does not care about being like having the cheapest products out there. That's not what Beachbody was for. They're trying to have the most healthy version of everything that there is that's humanly possible. And if they find a healthier way, they reformulate it to make it better. And that's why you're seeing all of these people excited and trying to, what looks like, sell shakes to you or sell workouts to you. It's because inside of us, we know that something changed. And so if you're seeing, or if you've been beat up by coaches, and I used to do this and I still mess up sometimes, and we're talking, you got to buy this, and how much it costs, and blah, blah, blah. And that's what all the focus is on. I'm really trying to remember, that's something like, you buy something from the company in the factory. None of us have it. Amber doesn't have. You saw she walked around. There's not boxes of shakes. She's not like hawking shakes and collecting your money with a credit card reader at her house with a big mountain of cash like Scrooge McDuck. You guys probably don't even know who Scrooge McDuck is. You know who Scrooge McDuck is? So old. If you're watching this and you're in the comments later, if you're sticking with us and you know who Scrooge McDuck is, you write it in the comments. Make me feel like I'm not that old, or at least Google it and make me feel like you did know what I was talking about. All right, we're going to teach Amber's children about Disney and Scrooge McDuck. I think that's Disney. Donald Duck. I mean, that's not Disney.
Yeah. I know who Donald Duck is.
Well, Scrooge McDuck is his uncle.
Oh. I've probably seen them then.
Okay, all right. See, this is what happens. We end up having fun and being silly and laughing with each other.
I'm not being good with keeping you on track either. Sorry.
I know. I told Amber, I go, my thing is I'm going to just go off on tangents. I said, please interrupt me and say, what did I tell you to say?
I don't even remember.
I said, interrupt me and tell me, these people watching this bit, go ahead.
Don't have time to listen to your rants.
Yes. So tell me.
This is like my adult time though. Like I'm actually talking to another adult, so it's exciting for me.
Yes. So right now, I want, instead of you looking at me in the screen or you in the screen, I want you to look into the actual little hole. Yes. And I want you to tell me, look in the hole and tell me what I'm supposed to do.
In my stern mother voice, Scott Phillips, you need to stop your ranting. People don't have time for this. Get to the point.
All right. I got it. All right. I'm back on track. See, that's what I need. I need somebody like calling me out, looking me in the eye and doing that. And, you know, when you guys are taking pictures, that's another tip. Like right now I'm looking at me on my computer screen. And right now I'm looking at Amber on my computer screen. right now I'm looking at the lens of the camera. So when you guys are taking selfies, this is just general like life tip or whatever. Taking selfies, if you want to act like you're looking at the people, you gotta look at the lens, the hole, if you like. All right, that's just not but it's hard because I'd rather look at me and look at Amber than look up at a blank black hole. Okay. All right. So we got to do some announcements for the group while Amber talks to one of her 75 children. I'll make some announcements. If you're in the group and you missed a log this week, like you didn't get your workout in, or you didn't log it, or you didn't drink your shake and log it, in the app, how you log it, you have until Saturday, which is tomorrow, to go back in. You can backdate them for a week, and they'll count for the health bet. As you know, you got to have 3 workout logs, not posts, but logs, 3 workout logs with a picture, 5 Shakeology logs with a picture. We want you to put a picture each time. We want you to share them with the group each time because it keeps the group going. And there's a lot of momentum in that group right now. Oh my God. Have you guys seen how many people, Amber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome though. It motivates everyone.
Yes. And there's more people. How about this? I can kind of see the back end. There's more people logging, hiding it than there even are that are posted. So can you imagine? There's that many people that are posting, that are sharing it. There's even more people that we haven't even seen their logs because they hide them. And the pictures you take don't have to be of you. If you're self-conscious, you don't want your selfies all over the place, snap a picture of the shake and do it real quick. Boom, click it, stick it, whatever I said, I don't remember. Tap it and snap it and tap it. I don't know what it was I said. But get it done in that group, people. And I don't even care. Let's say you're so sore you don't want to work out. Amber has a sore throat right now and she might be catching a cold, but we're going to put in the universe that baby spinach is in there working, that Shakeology is in there working. Her body's healing itself. It's healing all those blemishes. Oh my God, look at Amber's blemishes. Yeah, right. Some of you were thinking yeah, this chick really has blemishes.
I do. I'm not going to show you up close.
Not on today's video.
Oh God.
So if you're worried that you didn't get a full 22-minute workout in, or 30-minute workout, or 40-minute workout, or 1-hour workout in, so you don't want to log it, I'm going to tell you right now, look at me guys, put the log in, stretch for 30 seconds. If you want, go click on your workout on demand, or put the DVD in, push play, watch it. Let's say you're exhausted and you're not going to do it that day. Watch it, lay in your bed and watch it. While you're in your bed, go like this, stretch a little bit, and then go and log it because you stretched. And that day, that was your workout, and we're going to count it. We don't care. Do you care, Amber, if somebody does that? Nobody cares.
I've done the active recovery on a day that I wasn't supposed to because I just didn't have the time or the energy to actually do the 30-40 minute workout. I mean, it's something. Get up and do a couple of jumping jacks or lunges or something. Just anything is worth it.
If you walked from your bed to the toilet and back to your bed and that's all you could do that day, that's a workout because you got up and went to the bathroom to pee. Fine with us. We do not want you to fail. We want you to get that health bet money, and we want you to just start wherever you're at, we want you to take a step towards it. And if that day that's your step towards it, you need to forgive yourself. Quit beating yourself up over this fitness stuff. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be positive. And for years and years, I said, well, I failed because I didn't do the full-blown thing at 100%. And guess what? All those results that you saw Amber get in December, and all those results that you saw Liz Retker get in 2016, and all the results that you saw me get, none of us did every workout perfectly like Jericho and Joel. There's a modifier on the side of the screen. Do you know her name, Amber?
Jessica.
We watch Jessica more than we watch Joel and Jericho. We listen to Joel and Jericho, but Jess is over here hanging out doing maybe less range of motion, maybe not jumping, And we know who Jess is. Like, she knew the name. It should be Joel, Jerica, and Jess is who should be the real heroes of that program, because that got us through and that got us results. And there were so many times Liz last year, she would be like, I'm sick, I'm not doing it today, I'm done with this, blah, blah, blah. And I told her, lay on your floor and watch it, and it counts. And she did that. And guess what starts to happen? You're laying on the floor and you're watching, and you're like, oh, I'm not doing the jumping jacks. Then they get to the point where they just do a lunge and they hold the lunge, and you're like, oh, I could just do a lunge. So you're laying on the floor, and then all of a sudden you do a lunge and you feel a little bit better. Then maybe you lay on the floor again for the push-up part. Then they do something else and they're like, oh, they're just holding a plank. I'm already on the floor, and you can hold your plank for 30 seconds. And then before you know it, maybe you did 5 minutes of the 30-minute workout and you're feeling better, and you go to sleep, or you get up and you get your shower and you go to work. But you pushed play. Nobody knew, nobody watched, nobody teased you. It's why, to me, Beachbody and at your house is like the best thing ever. Because there's none of that other judging stuff. Okay, so we talked about the photo and stuff. I have some notes here. Like I said, if you're just starting day 3 and 4, probably the most sore you're going to be all month. So you got to push through that. That's part of this. It's part of your journey. It's a speed bump along the way. It's always going to be there. You can alleviate it by drinking Recover, by taking Hydrate during your workout, by drinking just more water all day long, by stretching more. I have to stretch more than once a day, to be honest with you. I'm getting old, and it's just it happens. My body tightens up. I think I may have undiagnosed little bit of fibro or something going on. I know I have plantar fasciitis diagnosed, just went through physical therapy. So my back, my posterior chain, which is the back of your body, every day, all day is tight. My hammies, my calves, my Achilles, the bottoms of my feet, it's all linked together. When I go and get a massage and they start on my shoulders, I can feel that all the way down my leg and the back of my foot. It's like a tight fishing line. And it's tough. We get it. We're struggling with you. We know. Taking a hot bath with Epsom salts, hot shower, getting a massage. Those are things that'll help alleviate soreness. Do you have any tips on soreness, Amber? I think Amber's muted right now. She'll be back with tips on soreness. Look at her go. She's in mom mode. Where's she going now? This is exciting. Going on an adventure. All right. If you have to do the warm up and cool down twice, even, that's fine. Amber, you have any tips on muscle soreness? Did you get sore? Do you ever get sore?
I do, yes. I've really focused a lot on my stretching. I usually stretch before I start my workout, and definitely do the whole part afterwards.
And
with Quarter Force, they have like an extra one that you can do for stretching before bedtime. I've done that a few times. But I used to never stretch, ever. Not before, not after. I do the workout, I'm done. Excuse me. And I really noticed I was sore, like bad. I didn't want to work out the next day. I was just done with it. But yeah, stretching. That's my main thing.
So you and I were sore on day 3 back on December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd. Somehow we pushed through. Are you glad you pushed through the soreness?
Yeah.
Me too. So you guys that are on the beginning of your journey, if you want to be happy and have a smile like that, like this, you got to work for your smile. You got to work through the soreness to get to your smile. All right. You have to keep going. You got to be consistent. And like I said, if you're not actually going to do the workout full blown, at least watch it that day. All right. We're allowed to add people to this group, this app group at any time. So I challenge all of you to invite one person that's going to come in and play with us in here and have some fun and see what this is all about. And maybe the first person you ask is going to laugh at you and tell you you're a fool. And then you might have to ask a second and a third person. I do not want you to hound anyone or beg anyone, beat anybody up with a baseball bat and drag them in here. But you might have to invite 8 people before one person will say yes to at least come and look. If they want to qualify for the health bet, we have to have them. You have to have them in through your coach, through you if you're a coach, or through your coach by tomorrow, which is Saturday. And we might even be able to sneak them in on Sunday if they want to qualify for the health bet, because then the week ends Sunday night at midnight. So they would have to get in, get registered with the coach, and then we'd have to backlog whatever they worked out, 3 days this week. And if they had their shakes already, we got to log those. We invite you. It doesn't have to be anyone that's ever tried this. They can even come in next week or the week after, and we're just trying to help people get healthy. We do have a limit of 250 people we're allowed to invite, and so far we've invited 150, and there's 97 accepted in there. So if all 97 of you invite one person, we're going to be filled. So don't hesitate if you have someone that wants to try it. Okay. So if you think you already quit, on this group, if you think you already quit on Amber or on Carrie or on Liz or on Danelle or Deanna or on Cloud or on Audrey or on me or on yourself, think again, because you have not quit. We are not letting you quit. There he is. What's up? Perfect timing. We had an appearance from the man, John. That's the first time I met John, right on this video. Man, this is like the best thing ever. He's like, what are you doing, Amber? Why aren't you cleaning the house? Why are you dressed up?
He did ask me where I was going. He's like, why are you dressed up? Where are you going? That proves I never look like this when I'm at home. Right.
All right. So you know that we love you guys. We want you to hit your goals. So we need you to participate. If you're in the group and you're hiding your logs and your posts, or you're just hiding in general and not talking to us, we can't help you. So you need to be open and honest. You need to post in there. The group was invented and created to solve the issues that we all have. We all have our own little things going on, questions and different seasons and things. So you got to talk to your coach or your friends in there, and you can be really open in public, and you'll have a whole group of people supporting you, and you'll get answers, and you'll get ideas that I don't even know about. I'm going to learn a lot this month from the challengers in the group and from the other coaches in the group. I've learned so much from all of them already. Maybe Shakeology is making you constipated this week. Maybe it's giving you diarrhea right at first. That's what it did to me. Like, real talk. It shocked my system, and I put it away, and I quit, and I gave up. And then it took another whole month and a half before I went back and tried it again. And we know why I know why that's happening now. After 4.5 years of being a coach, I've been to hundreds of trainings and watched hundreds of videos on it, and I know what to do to fix that for you. Maybe you have a allergic reaction to something that's in there, and we want you to be like, we don't want you to spend money on stuff that's making you sick, for Pete's sake. Of course not. So we'll help you. We'll fix it. I promise. Don't hide. Or maybe you can't get on your on-demand. Maybe it won't work. So you got all jacked because it wouldn't log in, or it wouldn't work, or the Wi-Fi wouldn't connect. So you just gave up. Well, you don't even have to have Wi-Fi on the day you're doing it. You can download 7 workouts at a time to your iPad, and then you can take it out in the middle of the woods and do the workout. That's how smart Beachbody is. They knew that you were not always going to have perfect Wi-Fi. Now, Amber's at her house usually working out. I've so far lately have been at my house working out, so it hasn't been a big issue for us. But when I'm traveling and stuff, I used to have to carry DVDs, carry a portable DVD player or a regular DVD player, or hope that the hotel had a DVD player. And all I had was one workout, then one DVD, whatever. Now, in my phone or on my iPad or on my computer or on my Apple TV or on your Roku TV or on your Fire Stick or on your Google Chromecast, you have all of them. Every workout ever is with you now. So you don't have to lug that stuff around. And all we need to do is get you to learn how to log into it. And then you can download 7 of them. So let's say maybe you're someone going to Punta Cana in late April, and you have no idea what a tropical island's going to look like as far as Wi-Fi goes. Or maybe you're someone who's going to Riviera Maya in April of 2018. I can't wait. Or maybe you're going to New Orleans in July this year. So you don't know what you're going to find at your condo or in your suite, at ocean front, beach front suite. You don't know if there's going to be, and I'm telling you, before your trip can just go on your iPad or on your phone, click a little arrow that points down and go boop, 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 boop. I think that was 7 of those, and they're on your thing. And then you got no excuses for why you didn't. You know how many times I was like, oh, well, the hotel doesn't have good Wi-Fi. I can't work out. Oh, well, 1 week off for me. The Beachbody's ruining it. I can't make excuses anymore. I'm not a sore anymore. They're like really screwing with all my like secret excuse making. All right, what else? We can help you. We've been through all the same stuff you're going through. And if I haven't, like, you're like, Scott, you don't know the pain of childbirth. I know someone who's been through the pain of childbirth, several people. Or maybe they're like, Scott, you don't understand. Like, you can make videos really long time, but my husband's waiting for me in the other room. Like, you don't understand how that feels. I know someone who knows how that feels right this second. So we can connect you to people that have your thing. Maybe you have 2 man-made hips, but you don't realize Cloud Johnson doesn't. Cloud Johnson just had 2 hip replacements. We just did freaking Court of Force at her basement yesterday and went live, videoed it. A bunch of 40-year-olds, 40-somethings. All right, the most important thing I have to say is this. Focus your mind and things on the good, on the positive, and there's going to be like speed bumps, and your mind's going to be like, oh, I don't want to do it today. I have this problem, this distraction, this issue. You got to get your mind off of that and back onto that beach body that you want, or how you want to feel. You want to feel like you have more energy. You want to be able to get more done. You want to be able to spend more time with your family. You want to be able to like go to a bar and then people start dancing, or go to a wedding and then people start dancing and you're like afraid to dance like I was my whole life. And then all of a sudden you're out there dancing and people are like, oh, you know how to dance? I'm like, I didn't think I knew how to dance, but I guess since I did Country Heat a few times and I did Size a few times, I got some moves. And there's like this move, Country Heat, where you put your thumbs in your belt loops and you like move your pelvis this way, and then you move your pelvis this way, and, and they're like, that's a sweet move. And then the whole dance floor is doing the freaking pelvis move that I brought to the Country Heat thing. And I'm like, these people are like looking at me to how to dance. I didn't know how to dance. I didn't even ever dance at a middle school dance, a high school dance, a dance club. I was in Miami. I was in South Beach at Live. I was afraid. Like, those are like high-end women and high-end men driving like Ferraris and stuff to the club. And I don't know any dance moves, so I just stood there, hid in the shadows. Last Saturday, I was at the hot new club in Pittsburgh called Tequila Cowboy, I think it's called. I was like on a platform with another coach friend of mine named Amy DeSanzo, and we're like rocking it out and dancing, and the whole place is watching us and like digging it. And well, maybe they were digging it, maybe they weren't. Maybe that's just me dreaming. But they're all 22, and I'm 44. And I may or may not have got like some chick pregnant because of the way she was dancing on me that night. I don't even know her name, so I don't know. So Amber might not be the only one. And John with children. All right, I'm sorry. I hope my mom never watches this video. That's for sure. Okay, I went on a rant, and you were supposed to interrupt when I go on rants.
I like listening.
Okay, all right. So I just want you to think about where you're going to go and what you're going to do. And maybe it's not, jeez, oh man, I'm like knocking my diploma off. Maybe it's going to be this, as simple as this. Maybe you're going to go get blood work done before you start shakes. Then maybe you're going to go get blood work done a year later, and then a year later. And maybe your freaking blood work cholesterol levels are going to just blow the doctors away, and they're going to be like, what happened to you? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. And then I'm going to realize, oh shit, I drank Shakeology 365 days in a row. And because I started that little healthy choice, a chain reaction happened, just like Amber went to the dentist because a chain reaction happened. And then I started thinking, well, if I'm going to drink shakes, maybe I shouldn't get cheesy fries while I'm out tonight. I don't know. And then I started thinking, well, if I eat baby spinach, and I put it in my system, and my body has to digest it. It has to take stored fat and create transfer the stored fat into bile, and that makes me poop it out better, and it makes my system cleaner, and I feel better, and I feel lighter, and I feel tighter and fit. And then when I go like on last Friday, and I go to Super Saturday, and I put on my dress pants, and I'm getting all spiffy, and I like put my belt on, and I'm like, wait, my belt's too loose, and like the one belt loop is like worn out, so you know where it's always at, and I get to like take the belt loop and pull it one more inch. I'm like, what? Like I lost an inch. I didn't even remember. I didn't even measure myself before I started a quarter force and after. So who cares what the measurement on a piece of paper says? Think about the feeling that when you put on, like, do you know how many times this past year I put on my pants and I couldn't get the little, the man snap thing and above the zipper, the latch, whatever it's called, to latch, because my belly was too fat, and I'm like trying to suck it in. I still couldn't do it. So I had to go buy freaking 36s again. And I'm so pissed because I was in 34s. Before, when I started this whole thing, I was in 38s and 40s size waist. And then I got down and I bought 38s, and I got down, I bought 36s, and I got down, I bought 34s. And I have a couple pair of pants that are size 33 waist. And then a year ago, I lost it. I started getting lazy. I gained weight. And I was like, I'm just not going to wear dress pants anymore because I don't have any that fit. And I'm not buying 36s ever again. So you know what I wore? Sweatpants and hoodies and sweatshirts. And you guys saw me around. You saw me posting, or I just wasn't posting as much as I did the year before and the year before. And I bought some 36s to go on the trip with Liz to Dallas, Texas. And I was angry about it, but I wore them, and it was okay. But now the 36s are too big, so I wasted money, but hey, whatever. Like it's so silly, guys. Don't buy new clothes that are bigger. Get with your coach, get in the group, enroll with the challenge pack, buy that, get your shakes, get back into the clothes that are in your house from high school still or whatever, and just come do this with us. Oh my gosh, all right. I'm talking to people that are already doing it with us, and I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. Some days you're going to need the group. Some day the group's going to need you. When you're feeling good, get in the group and support some of the people that are struggling. When you're struggling, get in the group, talk about it so the people who are feeling good that day can support you. Someday you're going to need the group. Some days the group is going to need you. Participate in the group. Okay. I'm sorry, Amber. What do you got? Anything in closing?
No, just really focus on staying connected with people and find that person, like I said, that you can stick with, like someone who's going to help you, push you through it, get you going, keep you on track, someone that you can yell at, cry to. Just find that person. It's worth it. The feeling that you feel after finishing a full program is awesome. And it makes you want to keep going and doing more and achieving more. I love it. I think everyone should find that person.
I agree with everything you just said. And thank you for being that person for me.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
yes. And I love you, and I love John, and I love your family, even though my extent of knowing John is the same as all of you that just watched this video. And I appreciate that he allows you to talk to me. And I hope that he, knows that we're in this for the right reasons. And I hope everyone that's watching knows that. And if you need to talk, if you have questions, if you're like, this is still weird to me because of this, and this thing that we didn't cover, we'll be glad to talk to you. Reach out to Coach Amber or to me or anybody else. That we have a team of people who have the biggest hearts ever and who have gone through things that you could not even imagine. Things that I've gone through, things that I'm afraid to talk about on video still. And maybe this year will be my year. Maybe I'll never bring them up. And there are people on my team who have come to me, coaches who are amazing, and you would never know it. They've gone through some really hard times in their lives. And none of us are perfect. We're just like people trying to make the world a little bit better and trying to move everybody's life up a little bit instead of down a little bit. Instead of like getting older and sick, we're trying to get younger as we go and like flip the timeline and get healthier and better as we go. All right, Amber. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
I'm going to end the recording. Hopefully that I pray it recorded this whole thing because this was really long. Pause or stop recording. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. And reach out if you need us. All right. Bye.